With the developing and fast-running technology that we have today, more and more drawing and graphic design applications and softwares are out there. There are more graphic design software options than ever. Designers used to only have a few choices professional graphic design tools. Now, they can choose from a wide range of graphic design software options and tools, no matter what their graphic design needs are, one of which is Photoshop. Photoshop 1.0 was officially released in February 1990 and was the first time the software was made available to the public as a standalone product. It was also the first time the software was released commercially with the brand name Adobe Photoshop. Photoshop's naming scheme was initially based on version numbers. However, in October 2002, each new version of Photoshop was designated with a CS plus a number. Example, the 8th major version of Photoshop was Photoshop CS, and the 9th was Photoshop CS2. Photoshop CS3 through CS6 were also distributed in two different editions, Standard and the Extended editions. With the introduction of the Creative Cloud branding in June 2013, and in turn the change of the CS suffix to CC, Photoshop's licensing scheme was changed to that of software service subscription model. Historically, Photoshop was bundled with additional software such as Adobe ImageReady, Adobe Fireworks, Adobe Bridge, Adobe Device Central, and Adobe Camera Raw. Now let's talk about the user interface of our Adobe Photoshop. We will talk about the parts of our user interface, starting with our menu bar. You can find the menu bar on the upper left corner of our user interface. The menu bar contains the File, Edit, Image, Layer, Type, Select, Filter, 3D, View, Plugins, Window, and Help options. Next to the menu bar is our Tools panel. The Tools panel contains some of the most used tools in Photoshop. Later on, we will talk about each one of these tools. In the lower end of our Tools panel, we can find these foreground and background options. The default color of our foreground is black and the default background color is white. You can always interchange these two colors, the foreground and the background, using the arrow. But if in case you want to put it back or reset the two colors of the foreground and the background in its original colors, all you have to do is to press your reset button, and automatically it will reset your colors of your foreground and background to black and white. Next to it is a small bar on the lower left corner of our UI. We call it as the visual aids. The visual aids contains the magnification and canvas properties. Next to it is the panels. Panels are tools or group of tools that are consist of different smaller panels. Examples are color panel, properties panel, and layers panel. You can always customize these panels according to your use and needs. On top of our canvas will be our document tabs. These document tabs contains the file name and the properties of our project. Next is the option bars. Option bar is right underneath the menu bar. It is a horizontal menu that by default is on the left side of the screen. If you don't see the option bar, bring it back by going to the window drop-down menu and selecting options. The option bar gives you options for each of the tools that you can find in our tools bar. And lastly, of course, we have the canvas. The canvas is the area or your working area where you work on your project or drawing. And those are the basic parts of our user interface.